Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another video of the series, Let's Talk Abs with the hockey coach, Guru Coach Frenchy. Today, we want to celebrate 20 years ago, April 9, 2002, at the Bell Center, Saku Koivu returned on the ice as a captain for the Montreal Canadiens. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to give you everything what happening that day and the fight of the Saku against the cancer. But before we start, we invite you, don't forget to subscribe, sharing this video, and of course, click on the likes that were helping us. And finally, watch the video until to the end. I'm going to tell you another prediction about Saku Koivu. And finally, tell me what you think about the captain of the Montreal Canadiens. Let's dive in and talking about the captain, the number 11, Saku Koivu. 20 years ago already, guys, Saku Koivu returned with the Montreal Canadiens. An amazing, great comeback from Saku. Remember, September 6, 2001, he was diagnosed with a cancer, obviously for him. And it was really a sad day for the Montreal Canadiens. Their captain, Saku Koivu, was one of the best captains with the Montreal Canadiens. A lot of people around the Montreal talk a lot about Saku as a human being compared to Jean Béliveau. We know the classy Jean Béliveau did for the Montreal Canadiens, off ice, on ice, for so many years. So Saku was really a great role model, an idol for many, many fans of the Montreal Canadiens. April 9, 2002, Saku returned with the Montreal Canadiens visit the Ottawa Senators. Obviously, September 6, 2001, he missed the entire season with a diagnosed the Burkitt lymphoma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. For many months, he battled the cancer, and he finally find a way to fight against and win the cancer. And that's one reason why he returned with the Montreal Canadiens. What a night that evening, April 9, 2002. Let's talk a little bit more about Saku Koivu, the man on the ice. We know, first of all, he was born in Turku and Finland. And now, today, in 2022, he is 47 years old. He was born in 1974. He was a first-round pick by the Montreal Canadiens, the 21 overall in 1993. He played 18 years in the NHL, 13 with the Montreal, 5 with Anaheim Ducks, signed a contract as a UFA in 2009. He played overall at 1,124 games in NHL. He has a 255 goal, 577 assists, and 832 points in NHL. During his 18 years in NHL, he won twice, 2 trophies. One is a Kim Classy and one is a Bill Mastodon. Mastodon recognized as a perseverance and never gave up. And one reason he won is because he won the cancer. Saku Koivu, I want to give you a couple of milestones accomplished for the Montreal Canadiens. When he returned 20 years ago, guys, that evening, I still remember the standing ovation over 9 minutes. The people ovation Mr. Saku Koivu, the captain for the Montreal Canadiens. Unbelievable. The player for the Senators, applause, knocked the board with a stick. It was really emotional, that standing ovation. And the fans and everybody, teammates, staff, their mind to see Saku Koivu on the ice. So remember, 9 months ago, nobody knew at what moment, and maybe never, they're going to see again Saku Koivu. It was an amazing, great evening. One thing nobody talk about, and honestly, I just discovered this morning. He was 11 years with the Montreal Canadiens as a captain. He matched the longest captain years with the Montreal Canadiens with Jean Béliveau. Pretty amazing, to be honest with you. Saku Koivu, during that time, when he find that kind of the fight he has to go with this cancer, he have already a foundation. He accumulate much money to give $8 million at the General Hospital to buy a scanner to helping the kids to discover cancer at a young age. One as the many other foundation, the Saku Koivu Foundation gave money during that time with the Montreal Canadiens. So that's another thing we don't know too much about Saku Koivu. Whatever, he was a captain for the Montreal Canadiens. He was very quiet. He had private life. He was very, not on the tabloid. He was just an amazing, great human being on ice and off ice. He played 792 games with the Montreal Canadiens during his 13 years with the HABS. This I was going to put myself out. Dave Staub, one of the best reporter, writer in Montreal. What of course the Montreal Gazette wrote a really nice article. I'm just sharing with you. I saw it this morning about Saku Koivu. So take your time. I wish I could put this bigger for you. Unfortunately, I cannot. But I think that will give you an idea what represent as Saku Koivu, to be honest with you. But before we leave, I want to mention a bit Saku Koivu. During all his points he did in NHL, 43% of his points, 43 guys are on power play. 392 points are on power play. It was a great asset on the power play for the Montreal Canadiens and also, of course, for the Anaheim Ducks. One area where the people never talk about him. He have a great IQ, great vision. His work ethic, his role as a leader, of course, as a captain. He was an amazing captain and great teammates for the Montreal Canadiens, of course. So listen, this complete little bit what happening 20 years ago. I still remember that name with tears. I'm still emotional because Saku Koivu was one of my role model players during all those years. I loved watching a Montreal Canadiens. So before we leave, we want to remind you, please, guys, don't forget to click on the likes. Tell me what you think about Saku Koivu. What Saku Koivu represents for you during those 13 years with the Montreal Canadiens. Thanks again for watching another video with the Hockey Nation Live Show Code Frenchie. Of course, this was another video of the Let's Talk Abs. And finally, I want to remind you, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great day, everybody.